This is the Southwest Georgia Network News for Wednesday, August 12th, 2020. I'm your host, Walter Johnson, and normally at this time, and I do at least a 1 to 2 minute podcast, and sometimes some episodes it goes over 2 minutes. However, and however, you got breaking news within the past 24 hours since Tuesday, August 11th of 2020 or 2020, and also in addition to anchoring the Southwest Georgia Network News podcast, I also host the High School Football Roundup podcast. And since August 3rd of this year, I host and I'm in the Southwest High School Football Roundup podcast has been dropping every Monday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And matter of fact, high school, the situation surrounding high school sports within the Dougherty County school system is the reason why I'm doing this special report live right now. And will be replayed later at southwestgeorgianetwork.com, as well as on Twitter at SWJ Network. Enough of the introduction, and just going to go ahead and get started. And in case you haven't noticed, on Tuesday, the Dougherty County school system announced that it's temporarily suspending fall sports until the end of September. And then, and of course, and the reason behind that, delay is the ongoing concerns associated with the coronavirus pandemic or COVID-19. So that's the reason why I'm doing this report right now. So the Dougherty County school system is and just reading from the press release here. In the Dougherty County school system that was released on Tuesday, August 11th. So I'm going to go ahead and just read that right now. The Dougherty County school system is temporarily suspending fall sports through September due to concerns associated with the coronavirus pandemic. The move applies to football, softball, and cross country. In the commentary, in the quote from Dougherty County School Superintendent Kenneth Dyer, quote, "We are eager to begin on-campus learning, as well as to give our students the opportunity to participate in extracurricular activities such as GSSA sanctioned sports. However, based on the current data for Dougherty County, moving forward with all sports as previously planned just isn't sensible." And Dyer added, "We are optimistic that if the numbers in Dougherty County continue to improve, we'll eventually be able to get to the point of having face-to-face instruction and restarting athletics competitions. If not, however, we've already started to look at options for moving our fall sports to the spring," end of quote. And obviously, and that's what's been happening at the college level as well. So, and for those people that haven't followed the news late, in the Big Ten and Pac-12 are the two largest college conferences in the country to not only cancel the football, but other fall sports such as soccer, volleyball, cross country, and so forth. In some parts of the country, and They even sponsor field hockey. And of course, on Albany State University here in Albany has already shut down fall sports for this year. And those sports are football, volleyball, cross country, and women's soccer. And women's soccer competes in the Peach Belt Conference. So obviously there'll be no sports being played at ASU and Valdosta State University down in Valdosta is also moving forward with fall sports. Valdosta State University Valdosta is also moving fall sports, although it'll be only conference games beginning no later than September 26th. And see, really one important thing to keep in mind is that although, and one important thing to keep in mind is that although there have been no COVID-19 cases associated with the DCSS athletics, this move comes as athletics programs across the country and nation, of course, including here in Georgia, struggle to cope with continuing to cope with student athletes and coaches who are testing positive for the coronavirus. And obviously in Daugherty County, another thing to keep in mind is that Albany and Daugherty County has been at the center of this whole outbreak / pandemic from day one, back in say second week of March, and that outbreak is and the pandemic has led to the Georgia High School Association and the GHSA and the GISA canceling the remainder of the spring sports seasons, and the same thing happened at the collegiate level with back to the high school sports. And according to that report, and competitions will be suspended through at least the end of September. So, Daugherty County school officials will assess conditions again before the end of September to decide if it is feasible to start all sports, fall sports, including football, at the end of September. And Daugherty, Monroe, and Westover had all planned to start their football seasons as early as Thursday, September 3rd. And the Daugherty Trojans were scheduled to play at playing Columbus against Spencer on Thursday, September 3rd. And the other two schools would follow on the following night, Friday, September 4th, with the Monroe Tornadoes playing host to the Lee County Trojans in the Hampsmith Classic at the Albany State University Coliseum. And Westover, just across town, was scheduled to play the American Sumter Panthers. And see, in fact, all three teams in the DCSS, Daugherty County School System, Daugherty, Monroe, and Westover, and had plans to had games lined up for the first 4 weeks, all in September. And remember that the Georgia High School Association planned to and keep in mind that the Georgia High School Association had plans. When I say had plans, I meant to say the Georgia High School Association's Board of Trustees on Monday, July 20th, voted 12-0 to postpone the start of the regular season, push it back 2 weeks from Friday, August 21st to Friday, September 4th, 2020. But the Dougherty County school system's decision to delay the start of sports competition, whether it be football, softball, or cross country, till the beginning of October, no later than Thursday, October 1st. And means that the first 3 or 4 games for this season will all be wiped out. And obviously, this is a devastating blow to those people who were counting on high school football or high school sports in general as an escape, and as a form of escapism from the ongoing coverage of the coronavirus. But obviously, that's not the case, and as the most recent report from the Georgia Department of Public Health through Tuesday had 172 residents in Dougherty County, and just looking through the numbers on the Georgia Department of Public Health's website in Dougherty County, and obviously it's not quite as bad as it was back in say April. I mean, they were averaging 80 is between 60 and 80 or so cases per day between say late March and about roughly say toward the end of April. You see after in the week after Easter, see like that 7-day moving average was dropping tremendously. And then you see since June, July, and going into August, and so that confirmed that average. See like that average has been dropping below. See that average is dropped below say between to under 1724. And as a matter of fact, I think there was like streak of a week and a half or so, where not a single death was reported, and the death toll and the average death toll per day for the 7-day moving average was around 6 per day, every 7 days or every week practically, and the 7-day moving average has been less than 1 per day since June. So although in Dougherty County there haven't been as many people dying from COVID-19, and obviously the fact that there are still multiple cases being reported from the virus, I mean, that's it caused enough of a concern to lead the Dougherty County school system to shut down all sports, at least until the end of September. So really, that's that's the big concern. And I think another big concern is whether or not schools in neighboring counties will follow suit, and in neighboring counties and surrounding Dougherty County, like Lee and Worth and Mitchell, will follow suit at this point. So it'll be interesting to see where things go, and with the. So again, as I mentioned earlier, Dougherty County School System officials will, assess conditions again before the end of September to determine if it's feasible to move an October start to the DCHS SS fall sports schedule. And the season was to have begun on September 4th. And then, you see, and the Georgia High School Association moved the start of the season from September 4th. From August 21st, I should say, to September 4th, and you had the 11th, 18th, 25th, the 4th, 11th, 18th, and 25th of September. So, and then say if Dougherty County does move forward with say the football season, it would start no later than the week of Friday, October 2nd, go through October 9th, 16th, 23rd, and 20th, and then the 30th, corrections, the 30th, October 2nd, 9th, 16th, 23rd, and 30th. And then you have November 6th, 13th, Friday the 13th, and the 20th, and then postseason play, assuming Dougherty, Monroe, Westover even get that far. And starting that Black Friday, November 27th, the day after Thanksgiving. So, and obviously people just have to continue to just do the usual precautions. Just wash your hands, sanitize your hands, wear a mask. You continue that social distancing, standing at least 6 feet apart from everybody else. Just paying attention to surroundings or whatever. And I'd like to continue to go even further, but it's getting a little late. And before leaving this before closing this live stream, and just a quick reminder to stay with the Southwest Georgia Network at southwestgeorgianetwork.com, and you see the copy of the website live. Southwest Georgia Network at southwestgeorgianetwork.com. Your home for the Southwest Georgia Network podcast, Southwest Georgia Network News podcast, as well as the home of the High School Football Roundup podcast. And speaking of which, I'm looking to delve further into the Dougherty County School System's decision to suspend fall sports until the end of September. And also follow the Southwest Georgia Network on Twitter at SWGA Network. SWGA Network. And you're seeing it live here or on replay. And a replay of this live stream will be up in just a few minutes, as soon as this webcast ends. Anyways, running out of time. I'm out of time for this special report of the Southwest Georgia Network News podcast. And once again, don't forget to go to southwestgeorgianetwork.com. Also, follow on Twitter at SWJ Network for the latest local news. You can get the latest breaking local news as it's happening online and offline. And that's going to do it for this special live stream. I'm Walter Johnson saying, as always, stay safe out there. Good night, good morning,